Conviction could be the one factor that can cause debates, revolutions, and especially changes to happen. When I see someone giving a speech, teaching, asking questions, or just having a conversation, I can tell if they have conviction or not. That spark in their eyes, the raise in their voice, and the immediate eye contact when you know they are completely immersed in that topic. They feel so much emotion, and they believe with all their heart that they are right. Without conviction, there is no argument or opinion or emotion to be felt. It doesn't matter the age, the race, the religion, the life a person has experienced, because if a person has conviction, they can change lives. I once came upon a video on poetry. I decided to watch out of curiosity, but as soon as it began, I realized how life-changing it was. The video was of 3 teenage girls reciting their work in a poetry slam. I saw how animated, and also how angry they were as the girls spoke about the school system and how it neglected to teach us. Their words cut deep as everything I had been taught, and the only school system I had ever known was being bashed by 3 teenagers. But by the end of the poem, I was hooked. No matter my opinion on the subject, the girls used conviction to interest me in their writing. I watched more and more videos only to find that I could spend hours watching them. How could I be so interested in a bunch of teenagers reciting poetry? It was their conviction, the way they could grasp my attention and make me believe what they believed. It proved to me that they had conviction and could use it with their body language, voices, and eagerness to teach people what was right. Other poets can have the same amount of conviction, even if it isn't to persuade a person to. Neil Hillsbourne's poem on obsessive-compulsive disorder didn't need to persuade anyone, but his voice grabs your attention from the first sentence. His exact movements to show the OCD aspects of the poem proved to add the conviction. He told a story in the poem, and by the end of the poem, it didn't matter if he really had OCD or if he had fallen in love with a woman he had just met, because his conviction made us believe every word that he had breathed. I also came across a Christian preacher while scrolling through the television channels at 1 a.m. on a warm summer night. His name was Joel Osteen, and he was unlike any preacher I had ever met or listened to. He spoke as if he knew God as a best friend and could see that through his insightful words and loving, but also stern tone, that had thousands of people in his audience staring at him intently, chewing on his every word. Although I'm not really Christian like Joel Osteen, I am Roman Catholic, and I listened to every word, just like everyone in the audience did, from my bedroom in the middle of the night. That 30-minute episode changed my thoughts on life. I realized I had so much potential, and he had made me want to make a change. His words, in only half an hour, had the power to grab my attention and change my point of view. In my own church as well, I know a man with great conviction. His name is Jim Roop, and he speaks knowing exactly what he's trying to say. He makes you feel emotion and makes you think about yourself, your community, and especially God. Jim speaks with such courage and wisdom that it can make anyone stop and just listen. I have realized that conviction can be found anywhere, no matter the age, like the teenagers who made people think about what is right and wrong, or the race, the gender, the experiences a person has had, or religion like Joel Osteen, who could change the opinions of so many people, no matter what religion they practiced. The only way these inspirational people could be so successful is by having the conviction in anything they talk about. One must prove to themselves and to those around them that they cannot be wrong, because they believe with every ounce of themselves that they are correct and true.